Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to all. Today I will explain chapter 8, electronic and mobile commerce. Electronic and mobile commerce is a innovative way of conducting the business. It has many potential benefits and some problems. In this chapter, we'll explain the various forms of e-commerce, including business to business, business to consumer, consumer to consumer, and e-government. We'll also describe the working model of e-commerce. We'll identify some of the unique challenges of mobile commerce, several applications of e-commerce and m-commerce, also advantages associated with it. E-commerce and m-commerce requires the careful planning and integration of number of technology infrastructure components. It requires a proper planning and integration with the information technology for conducting the successful business. So with this one, we need to identify the key components of technology infrastructure, such as your servers, applications, environment, okay, for the successful working of e-commerce and m-commerce applications. Also discuss the feature of electronic payments needed to support e-commerce and m-commerce. Electronic and mobile commerce have transformed many areas of our lives and careers. It has a dramatic changes in our lives. So most of the people are utilizing and accepted doing the business using electronic commerce and mobile commerce. One of the fundamental change that has been the manner in which the companies interact with their suppliers, customers, business partners, government, right? So this has one of the use of e-commerce to interact with the suppliers over the internet. E-commerce and com presents both opportunities and challenges. We'll see what are the challenges and opportunities, solutions, and applications of e-commerce and mobile commerce one by one. So let's begin with the chapter here, an introduction to electronic commerce. Basically, commerce means buying and selling of goods and services. This is commerce. So same business should be conducted over computer networks or over internet, is known as electronic commerce, or in short is called e-commerce. So conducting business activities, transactions electronically over computer networks is known as electronic commerce. So it means buying and selling of goods and material over the internet electronically is known as e-commerce. So e-commerce business activities that are strong candidates for conversion to e-commerce are like paper-based, time-consuming, and inconvenient to customers. So e-commerce will eliminate all these conversions which are in traditional way for conducting the business, like paper-based, time-consuming, and inconvenient, which will be eliminated in e-commerce business. We'll see the types of e-commerce. There are many various types of e-commerce. Basically, there are three we will discuss in this chapter. One is business to business, B2B, business to consumer or customer, you can say, business to B2C, and consumer to consumer. Let's see one by one. Business to business. A subset of commerce, a type of commerce, a part of the e-commerce. In this e-commerce, all the participants, buying and seller, or the organization, one organization having transaction with another transaction, one organization doing business with another organization. Useful tool for connecting business partners in a virtual supply chain to cut resupply times and reduce the cost. With the help of this e-commerce and utilization of information system, it will uh, use the virtual supply chain, means the exchange of information to cut the resupply time, means to save the time and reduce the cost of production and reduce the cost of supply. Okay, it will, moreover, it will profit the organization by eliminating some wastage. So useful tool, that's any tool which supports exchange of information between the organizations. Okay, so like buying a site e-commerce to purchase the goods, selling side e-commerce to sell, means buying and selling of products and goods between the organization electronically instead of manually, physically. So this saves time and cost. This is called business to business organization. Business to consumer e-commerce. Here the customer or consumer deal directly with organization and avoid intermediaries, means there is no third person in between them. This is called disintermediation, means there is no absence of intermediary, there is no third person which will deal between consumer and organizations, right? Which results in steady growth, such as you will find a consumer finds a cheaper goods and service using the web. Okay, because organization offer their products and services over the internet, so a customer can directly get a cheaper good and services. Online shoppers can design a personal, also with the help of with the help of e-commerce, he can personalize the product. Example, e-boutiques. The use of social media networks to promote the products and reach consumer. With the help of social media like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, so we can reach all the customers, consumers for the new products, like a advertising marketing. So here the organization and a customer will interact each other without any third person directly. Like we are directly shopping any electronic item from the showroom. Like you want to buy a Samsung television, you go to the Samsung television showroom instead of going to any other retail shop. Third person. Consumer to consumer e-commerce. Electronic transaction consumers are facilitated by a third party. A third party is offering this to establish a communication between two consumers for business activities. The most popular C2C e-commerce are eBay, Bitsy.com. There are many various where all the consumers are interact and sell their goods and services. Mostly goods, they will exchange of goods, or buying and selling of goods. Example includes is expatriate.com in Saudi Arabia, and Haraj maybe in Saudi Arabia, right? So companies and individuals involved in C2C must be very careful how sales must not violate the rules of various country, state, and restrictions. This follows the uh, rules and regulations of the country, state, city, whatever. And also a fraud or maybe a fake need to be identified. So there may be some concern about the related to fake people around to cheat, right? So this is one, customers to consumer to consumer. We'll see the differences among business to business, business to consumer, consumer to consumer. So factors are value of sale, what is the value of sale and how much here. In business to business, the e-commerce is deals with some millions of dollars. So just for business to consumer, it deals with hundreds and tens and hundreds of dollars, and consumer is very little. The value of the communication, the value of transaction, business activities is tens of dollars. is the length of sale process. It takes business to business days to months. It takes maximum months to complete the transaction, business transaction. Over here it days to weeks, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, up to 1 week. It is within the hour or 1 to 2 hours can complete the business transactions or activities. So here you can see the remaining, you can read all this. Okay, so all the differences among the various types of business to business e-commerce types. Okay, so it's very simple and easy to understand. Let's see another type of another use of information system in the government sector, mostly sorry, e-government. Right, so use of information system and communication technology infrastructure. Government simplifies the sharing of information. Every government has their information about the citizen, their projects, their products, their services. So they simplify the information for each of the people, the country people, provide the services to their citizens. Right, speed formerly paper, before it was paper based, now it is completely online system, digital system. So in this case, speed of the process in the system, right, paper base is completely eliminated, so automatically it will be speed of the system. Improve the relation between citizens and government. So if the process system is very fast, quick, you will get more satisfied with the government services. So you have many services you can utilize by government. Okay, everything is coming to online. Instead of going to the government offices, you can do it your home using mobile or desktop online system. There are many forms of e-government: government to consumer, government to business, government to government. There are different various forms which is outside of this book, I mean course syllabus. Just name is enough. Let's go to the next one. Another commerce is mobile commerce, right? So mobile commerce, also called m-commerce, refers to any transaction completed with mobile device, a tablet, a smartphone, or any wearable device. You do any transaction, business transaction, using a portable device. Okay, that's called m-commerce, mobile commerce. Mobile commerce is considered as the next phase of e-commerce. Mostly e-commerce is doing the business over the internet, or maybe a fixed number of devices like huge computer desktops where you have fixed location over there. But this is mobile commerce where you are connected. You can do the buy goods and services online from anywhere at any time. Okay, mobile commerce relies on use of wireless devices. All devices like mobile, laptop, tablets are wireless. So they have a separate domain name called .mobi. The Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, created a .mobi domain to help attract mobile users over to the. Now this organization, this association, is responsible for creating the mobile based commerce. So they create one domain, so people who are accessing buying online, they have to use this mobile domain, utilize this mobile domain for buying and selling the goods and practice. Numerous retailers, there are many retailers, shops, those who are doing business, merchants, you can say merchants, have established special website for users for mobile devices, like many, like you say Pizza Hut, Maestro, or hunger stations, like many other small retail shops. They are develop their websites, applications, mobile applications. Okay, and mobile applications, so that they attract to their, so that they provide goods and services to their consumers. So how they how the website is accessed? By using this Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Number. These are the company who is responsible for approving their website, their retail, their shopping websites. The advantages of electronic and mobile commerce, like reaching to new customer. You can reach to new customer overall the world. You can from anywhere in the world, right? So you can reach all the new customers daily by your promoting, adding, and your feedbacks, and so many you will have new customers because of your offers, you can say. So reduce the cost of doing business. It reduce the cost of, there is no need of people, too many people's. So employees, workers are required, so it will reduce the cost of business. Speed, no need of any infrastructure also, resources, to save your resources. Speed the flow of goods and information. You have right amount of information, right time, so you have can speed the flow of goods and information process without any delay. Increase the accuracy of order processing. So you receive the order for 10 pizza, so you can deliver 10 pizza, not only 5 6, because you have proper information system installed. Improve the level of customer service. Customer service will get, you will taking the feedback from customer service, providing their requested services, so you can improve the level of customer services, okay, with help of this mobile and e-commerce. Now this will see the working model of e-commerce. What are the model steps of e-commerce? Okay, let's show you the mostly it will deal with business to business and business to consumer. Like a consumer or a buyer of either a organization or a consumer, he will search for the goods and services, and he will try to identify their goods and services over the web. These steps, like this whole area, is electronic area, means it is accessing the goods and services electronically here. The first step, he will look the searching the products, what is his requirements, and then he will identify what he wants, right? So after identifying, he will choose the product and service, and start negotiating with the seller who is selling these products. So after negotiation, he will accept and he will order for the purchasing. So he will initiate, next step, he will go to the purchasing order. He will go to the purchase. After selection the item or can say goods, he will buy the purchasing. Now after purchase, product and service delivery. Now next step is your whatever you purchase should be in the delivery process. Now delivery, okay, delivery, see from delivery, it is a traditional way to deliver, means you can get the goods and services, mostly the goods, right? Goods through the courier, or you can say a shipping as a shipment by a transfer, by a traditional way, by using transport. So this one. So after delivery or service, you will have after sale service for any support, maintenance. So that's also can be provided through electronically. These are the different 5 steps of multi-stage model. I mean, this is simply online business. You see, you will log into Amazon.com, where you find your required item, and you search, find your items. Then mostly we don't use as a negotiation, because unless it is a different offer from because if it is like a multiple different prices from multiple sellers, so that's a kind of process called negotiation. So from that we will choose the one of the seller product. After choosing, we'll purchase, then billing, then we'll get the product. Simple. This is what we do in general. So this is common multi-stage e-commerce for business to business and business to consumers. This is our steps are here, similar steps, which is demonstrated using the diagrammatically picture. Okay, so what are the challenges faced by e-commerce? Dealing with consumer privacy. Always consumers are always concerned with the privacy, because you are exchanging information about consumer credit card, debit card, okay, for his personal details, everything. So most of them are concerned about the buying products online. They will also concerned about their private data. This leads to another is overcoming consumers lack of trust in online sellers, because for any website like Souq or Amazon.com, there are many sellers for similar products. Okay, for same product there are many sellers, so lack of trust also one of the challenge. So we need to build a good trust over the between the sellers and the consumers. Some sellers will show a different product and they will deliver another product, right? So that's also one kind of challenge of e-commerce. because we don't physically monitor the product, right? So it's all everything online. Overcoming global issues. This is also one of the global issues like cultural, language, different, because this is mostly affect the business people who are doing business from outside the country, their currency, their infrastructure, timing, distance, and legal challenges. So this is business to business, government relation, where government is involved, right? Overcoming global issues. So these are the challenges, how these challenges is going to be overcome and overcome and can be resolved. Okay, so we'll see many applications. We'll see the electronic mobile commerce applications, where different areas of e-commerce is used or applied here, like a retail and wholesales, how they are utilizing, how they are using the e-commerce, marketing, advertisements, price comparison, investment and finance, e-boutiques, manufacturing, bartering, couponing, banking. We'll see few of them in the next video, next movie, as a part 2. Hope you understand this one. Buying a good and services electronically over the internet is known as e-commerce.